Do we have any overlays for like the tournament bracket? Hey guys, this is Justin here, and today I'll be bringing you the Season 2 qualifiers for the Malaysian side. We're actually going to start really shortly, and just let me introduce what is it all about. Now, the Season 2 finals will be held in LA at the end of this year, somewhere in November. And this is the regional qualifiers for each of the countries. So currently we're going to be watching matches of the 8 teams that qualified so far from the northern region, the southern, the central, and the revenge tournament. For the 8 teams and at the end of this there will be the one winner that will represent Malaysia to go to Vietnam to play for the finals there, to find out who will be the Southeast Asian representative for the Season 2 qualifiers in LA. So from the north we had Orange Esport that qualified with Team Secret. In the south we have CO and Nice Young Man. In the central region we had KL Hunters and Team Executed. And we have the revenge tournament where Helsing and Empire had managed to secure a spot in this final 8. If you're just joining me now, my name is Justin, also known as Sang Sudo, and I will be your commentator for today. Now, it's going to be a pretty long day, simply because we have, it is a double elimination bracket. So what it means that if within the first game that the players will be playing, they will not be automatically knocked out. They will be moved down to the losers bracket, and where they have a chance to come back into the game and fight back to finally reach in the end. So we're actually going to be watching the first game, which is going to be CO versus Executed. And this is the champion select at the moment. The blue team is CO and the purple team is Team Executed. We already see 5 bands being out there: Rise, Anivia, Sinchao, Malphite and Morgana. Nothing much surprising there. as we're waiting for the final 6 band to come in. It is noted that Diana will not be able to be used within this tournament as she just came out within our servers. And with Twisted Fate being the last band out there, it's pretty standard. Shutting down the global from Twisted Fate and Shen. So we're only giving it one person to be able to actually take the global ultimate out there, which is Shen by Team CO, which is instantly locked in. It looks like it's going to be a jungle. We also do see a Corki and a Lee Sin, perhaps maybe Ezreal, standard out there. And the team members for Team CO is Suke, Siwei, Just X, Roos and Bear that will be playing. And on the team side of Executed, we have vice versa, Donkey, Hormones, Wugui and Waha Lens? Can't pronounce that right. Pretty strong pick so far. Ezreal being out there with Lee Sin, a very good counter jungler. We do see this combination that we've seen Singapore Sentinels use a lot, which is Graves Lulu. The ability for Lulu to use Wild Growth is definitely really good. With Shen as well, teleporting in with Stan United, being able to keep Graves or any of the high important targets alive if they do get targeted and try to get burst down. Will they actually lock in? It seems like a pretty good combination at the moment. Dominance in bottom lane for Team CO with the global presence of Shen. On the other hand, we also do see the ganking potential of Lee Sin, that at low levels being able to fly into lanes and definitely harass them out, pushing people away. And that should be it. I do wonder if any sort of unconventional heroes will actually be chosen, simply because all these other matches that have been played, all these teams have played several matches already, and I'm unaware if the teams actually have gotten to watch their opponents' matches and find out what their strategies are, simply because these teams have been around for a couple of months, each of them, when they have practiced. I highly believe they have scrimmed against each other, so they should have a pretty good leg up as to what specific champions the summoners like to use and what sort of combinations they have. So I'm wondering if they will be taking anything unconventional to throw off the opponent, or will they be just using the standard best heroes that they can to come up with the best combination and chances of winning. Now, as the time ticks down, we see Zyra being picked up. Zyra is very effective with Sona. So it looks like bottom lane is going to be very poke intensive, with Sona being able to heal and damage out there, as well as Lulu. Oh, but here we go, a Blitzcrank. Definitely the hooks are going to be interesting. If the hook lands on either one of Graves or Lulu with the additional knockup, slow and damage from Ezreal, is going to be devastating. Not only that, we look at the combinations of Zyra's ultimate and Blitzcrank's ultimate there. One with the silence in the AoE and with the Zyra's knockup. If it's timed perfectly, it's going to be really good. And we're actually going to see what's going to be happening up soon. At the same time, we actually have 4 matches going on simultaneously. And for the tournament bracket, so we're currently watching CO versus Executed. On the other hand, we also have Orange Esports and Team Empire. On another match, we do have KL Hunters versus Nice Young Man. And on the last one, it is Helsing versus Team Secret. So as we're about to finalize the champion select for Team CO versus Executed, we do wish that all the teams here are the best of luck in the end, and we get to see hopefully who moves on, because the next match will be casted at 12 o'clock. So we will get to watch different teams as they participate, and we get to see who moves on from there. So I do hope that all of y'all would stay with me, and we actually get to spend all the 6 hours with us here, and you get to see me as I talk for 6 hours long. And if I actually manage to do so, I have some trusty water which is about to finish here, and it's actually going to be really good. So we're actually going to move back into Champion Select, where we can see what's the final thing. We do have Ziggs. Now Ziggs is going to be a pretty interesting matchup against Zyra. Ziggs being able to throw his bombs at long distance, and Zyra being able to snare. But we also have Ziggs with a snatchel charge that is able to detonate itself and jump away from things. We also do see Hakrim out there. Hakrim's high mobility rate will get to escape many sort of interesting situations, and also his fear bursting into the group fights will be another interesting thing to see. On the side of Executed, they do see Irelia be picked up there, being able to have the reduction in CC from the general team in purpose, and also being the person who is able to charge in. So we see that the final last picks for both teams are really teams that can help initiate fights. And we also do see, like, for instance, Shen versus Lee Sin both being able to dive into the teams and take up there. So Irelia versus Shen on the top lane, pretty standard. Hakrim versus Lee Sin. I do see Lee Sin having a little bit more counter jungling potential there. At the bottom lane, it will be pretty interesting to see what actually happens. The first blood, or maybe the first successful gank, will determine a lot of things that will be happening in the game that we're going to see out there. So we're actually going to just have a quick look at what Zyra's runes are to see if she is using full magic penetration runes. And she is. A little bit of magic pen, mostly ability power, and quite a bit of magic resist. She doesn't want to get bursted down easily whatsoever, so that's pretty cool. Let's check out what Ziggs has to possibly counter this. 2109 standard masteries over there. For runes here, we have magic penetration, we have mana regeneration for the spam there, we have AP per level, which is really good. We have flat AP, and then we also have health per level. Now, wow, that's going to be interesting. Looks like Ziggs wants to stay in the lane and farm up there with the mana regeneration, with the extra health. He's kind of a mini catalyst there. As every level he goes by, he's going to gain a little bit more health, a little bit more ability power, and that's going to be really good. So we currently are in the 3-minute buffer time just before we get into the matches itself. Do let me know who do you think is going to actually win up. If you're currently watching this on the YouTube channel, post down who do you think is going to actually win, and we'll see whether how successful you are for this match, and for who's going to win at the final champion for Malaysia. So yeah, we're actually going to go back right to me, and I am Justin, if you haven't been following me from the very beginning, and this is the Season 2 qualifiers for Malaysia. I'm just going to give you a brief introduction for those of you who are just catching up with us. The Season 2 qualifiers Grand Finals will be held in LA, and what you're currently watching is going to be the first match of the Malaysian qualifiers. Now, at the end of today, at the end of the 6 hours of all the matches that's going to be happening, the winner will go down to Vietnam to play in the Southeast Asian qualifiers, where they will get a chance, if they possibly win, to go down to LA to represent Southeast Asia. Now, there are 8 teams participating today, and out of these 8 teams, they'll be concurrently going on in a double elimination match for the entirety of today. So there will be quite a number of matches actually going on, and we will be continuously going on till 6 p.m. Now, the final match will be at 5 p.m. in case you want to catch that specifically. It will start at 5 p.m. and that will be the grand finals, meaning the winner from the losers bracket and the winner from the winners bracket will meet up at 5 o'clock. The other interesting times to note is that we will be casting every hour on the hour, so we'll be starting now at 11, there will be one at 12, there will be another one at 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there will be different matches posted up based on how the progression of the teams are actually going on. And once again, let me introduce the teams. The qualifiers from the north is Orange Esports and Team Secret. From the south, CO and Nice Young Man. From central region, we have KL Hunters and Team Executed. And in the revenge tournament that was held, we have Helsing and Empire that had qualified. So these are the 8 teams that will be playing today. And the match that we're actually going to go into soon will actually be CO from the south qualifier and Team Executed from the central region. Now, these teams have never played against each other within the tournament system recently. So it'll be pretty interesting to see who has done their homework, who has actually investigated or scrimmed against the other enemy teams and found out if what interesting champions are their favorites, what sort of combinations that they have. So far within the first game that we saw in Champion Select before this, pretty much standard heroes being banned, no specific targeted bans, and pretty much the team composition doesn't seem to be specifically more to global or specifically more to hard CCs. It's been pretty even out there, both aiming for high value targets. For instance, on Team Executed, they do have the Blitzcrank, and we do have Irelia that's able to go in, silence out, stun. We also have Lee Sin that's able to fly in. On the side of Team CO, we do have Lulu that's able to have Wild Growth. We have Shen with the Taunt, keeping alive all the high value targets from there. So which would be really interesting to see as to whether the high value targets will be able to be bursted down, or will the team be able to manage. Now in the laning phase of things, I do think that CO has a slight advantage, simply because they have the Lulu Graves at the bottom, and we also do have Ziggs in the mid lane that should be able to harass Zyra. However, post 6, where things become a little bit interesting, when Shen has his ultimate, stand united, and he'll be able to help out lanes, things can definitely change to be very interesting. So it's going to be interesting. Team Executed should be aiming for the top lane to shut down Shen before 6, because if they manage to shut down Shen, they will be able to have, you know, maybe a few extra minutes or perhaps one extra level to dominate their lanes before Shen has a global presence. Now we're actually loading into the game, so we will be in there momentarily. So once again, if you do have any comments about who do you think is actually going to win this match and who do you think is going to win the final match in the end, do let us know in the comments on YouTube if you're currently watching from there, and we'll hopefully see who comes out in the end. Also, if you want to, depends who you want to see for the next match that will be casted. We haven't decided as to who will actually be casted yet, based on whoever succeeds and whoever gets knocked out into the losers bracket. So if you want to watch a specific match, let us know and we'll try our best to, you know, accommodate you guys out there. So we're actually going to be moving into game now. We have 96% on our reload moving in there. Ooh, I like the mad scientist Zig simply because he throws potions at people, which is cool. So we have moved into game now. I'm expecting an invade simply because there is the Blitz and Irelia there. But on the other hand, we also do see Shen taking up a taunt at level 1, which would indicate that they are also going in for an invade. This will be interesting as to where they actually end up to. Oh, there's a slight pause there. The pause most likely is due to some connection issues. No worries there, we will be coming back slightly towards them. Just working out the Kings in the beginning. I don't know if you guys actually watched, before this there was the IPL fight, I forgot what's it called, the IPL Invitational that was done in LA, where Singapore Sentinels had gone up there. The same thing had happened there as well. There is this connection issues, especially on the first matches of the days. But no worries, it turned out all the way fine. If you guys were watching there, it was pretty interesting to see what the Asian side had brought up from there. And I'm actually very, very, very interested to see if any team would actually satisfy my requirement of coming up with an unorthodox thing. So yeah. Yeah, and it's not in LA, it was in San Francisco. I got my location wrong out there. So yeah, we actually will be checking out to see how the other teams are doing at the moment. We will not be actually looking at what matches are currently going on. The other matches have already started on the other side there. But at the end of things, just before the 12 o'clock match, I will be updating you guys on, in total, what happened, and if there was any brilliant play or very interesting play out there, we'll try to update you guys to, you know, let you guys know what's happening out there. And once again, just to talk about, the game was obviously, League of Legends was developed by Riot Games. It is published by Garena, which we currently are broadcasting from, and we do have our sponsors Razer up here to help us make this tournament a huge success for us. So we do see the Riot Tristana skin, we see the Garen, and we see Brand, which I'm not sure why Brand is there, but no worries. So far, nobody has posted a comment, which I'm pretty sad. Guys, are you watching me or am I talking to myself? I hope people are actually watching me, you know, and writing up comments, so I do get some sort of feedback from you guys with that. In a long, long time, and a lot of energy being played there, so a lot of teams will be posturing themselves out there, being able to, you know, sustain all these long hours completing it out there. And I'll be doing that as well, so I'll be posturing myself with possibly interesting plays. So teams, if you are listening to me, I hope the plays are going to be really interesting, really daring, so I get to keep up my energy and, you know, the viewers get to be entertained out there. So yeah, I just be checking in to see if the lag issue is still there, and yep, the lag issue is still currently going on. They're still trying to rectify it out there, so we still are in the pause mode at the moment. Once again, this is Team CO from the North qualifiers and Team Executed from the Central qualifiers that are currently going up there. So we're actually going to go into a quick commercial break as we try to fix the issue. I will see you back shortly. Stay tuned.
Oi,不过时吗？来来。喂，快些嘛！
What's up, ladies and gents? My name is Parv, and I welcome you to our League of Legends Top 5 Plays, week number 89. We have an awesome lineup for you guys this week, so without further ado, we start into our number 5 play with Pure Edward on Lee Sin. At the beginning of this play, we see he's being chased by Shaco and his clone, but he sees Nunu waiting in the rush for him to bring Shaco there, but he has another idea. He lands the Q, and then Absolute Zero is started up, so he lines it up, kicks him over the wall right on top of Nunu, and then follows it up with a resonating strike to escape the Ashe. He shields Nunu and then starts to retreat, knowing that they can't win this 2v2, but Nunu sticks around longer than he should, so he stays around just to help out, and then they retreat back to the tower, but he takes a lot of damage in the process, then Nunu exhausts Cap to try to help out, and then he W's to a minion, but then Ashe flashes for the kill, but the shield keeps him just barely alive as they both escape. Landing in our number 4 spot is Crumbs on Rumble, and at the start we see a team fight ensue as Malphite goes in but gets kicked away, and then the enemy Volibear charges in on Blitzcrank and the rest of the enemy team commits to the fight, bringing them all low except Corki, who helps burst down Volibear, granting Rumble his first kill. Rumble charges in, landing a slow on Soraka and then Graze, and then he WQs to
problems.
A summoner has disconnected.
Hey guys, welcome back. We actually will not be watching CO versus Executed because they're still having technical issues, but we will be jumping in to watch Team Secret versus Helsing. Now, Team Secret is playing on the blue side, and Team Helsing is playing on the red side. So yeah, we're actually 15 minutes in at the moment, and we do see that the only tower that has been taken down is the top tower for Team Helsing. And at the moment, the goal disparity isn't that really that great. It's about 1k slightly plus, which is kind of cool. At the moment, even like the minion kills are pretty standard across. We have not much difference between them. And another game fight moves in with Twisted Fate coming in. Will they be able to get Soraka down? Yes, Soraka goes down very, very easily. The stun goes off. Will Grace be able to bring him down? Ooh, that wild card into that final auto attack, bringing down Corky on the other end, and hopefully we see Zyra and Vlad coming in to possibly clean up. Will she be able to get the hook down? And yes, he does. That was a very, very fast burst, and Turret goes down. So in the end, it was a 2-for-1 exchange with all teams coming down here. But what we do see that was interesting is that Helsing was able to push up top, and looks like they will be able to get a top tower, no problem. Perhaps even the middle tower with Gloria using Nocturne pushing in. But here we do see Team Secret coming in, possibly 4 again on Nocturne, but that spell shield will stop him out. Their Fire Grasp goes in. Maokai moves in. Oh, but there goes down Twisted Fate with another kill. Possibly Zyra. Renekton coming in. Will he land a stun? Yes, and that will be shut down on Zyra. A lot of trades going on everywhere simply because we see, look at the time up there, we see Vladimir up there, we see Graves coming in as well. The ignite goes off. Will the dash into stun take place? Soraka coming in with a heal. The gold card is not selected, instead it is a red card. Corky Valkyring across into Graves, trying to escape out there. Very, very interesting match so far. We see a lot of ward coverage, mostly on the side of Team Helsing, keeping up there, and they will be going into taking Dragon. Look at the amount of wards that are just being placed out there. 3 wards everywhere, keeping up things. It looks like Dragon may be stolen. Will Smite goes off? Yes, Smite will go off with Renekton taking it. Sorry, Smite did not go off. Renekton did take it with his final hit there. And it looks like Team Helsing is in a good position at the moment, taking up Dragon. Vladimir just bought an Hourglass out there. We do see a couple of GP5s out there. We see 3 Heart of Gold. On the side of Team Secret, we do see Malcolm coming in with the snare, but Zyra was a little bit too far off to actually get it. Will he possibly come around again? Now Renekton is heading up top, cleaning up the jungle, getting more farm. Malka is possibly going in for the counter gang. Nocturne is there. Will the snare actually go off? Will Zyra be able to help? The stun goes off again. Spell shield saving him. Renekton coming in, and that looks like it will be bye-bye for Maokai. Yep, true enough it is. There we see Team Helsing simply just taking away little bit by little bit, catching up people as they go away, as they try to make a little bit more mistakes, and going in. Tarek being very, very naughty in the bush out there, hopefully trying to get a stun off. And with Twisted Fate's Destiny actually activated at the moment, he can actually port down and gate to Corky, bringing him down really, really quickly. We do see that Zyra secured the blue out there, and so did Twisted Fate on the other side. Maokai buying the Oracle's Elixir to help de-ward, help gain some map control back, which is a great item to get at this point if they want to make a comeback into it. The stun goes off, the flight goes in, the paranoia, buckshot, ultimate goes in. Look how fast Corky went down. The snare on Maokai, the ultimate goes off. Will they continue to chase? Soraka goes off very quickly. Possibly Twisted Fate will be dying to the creeps, and he does die to the creep. Triple kill on Graves, and look at that. Zonia at last moment by Vladimir. The excellent timing of Nocturne actually on the spell shield, and Zyra comes in for the double kill, sweeping up everyone out there. Really cool overall. We see a lot of engagements, very, very fast-paced game, keeping up with each other. And we do see that with this, all this extra gold getting from assists, getting from so many things, we see a lot of GP5s, a lot of gold being out there, hence we see a lot of high priority items being out there. We see that Graves has the Infinity Edge ready, Hex Drinker is ready on Renekton with a Phage out there at the 20-minute mark. We see that possibly the sorry, what am I saying? A lot of things going up there. The Death Fire Grass has already been completed for some time now. A lot of GP5 items, I mentioned this, on the side of Team Secret for there. And on the side of Team Healthy, they're going for more direct items straight away, simply because they had the early lead. But keeping that in mind, the goal difference, even though with 2 kills, it is only 1k. The amount of farm isn't that great, with Grace having 160 at the moment and Koki being at 142, just slightly behind. It's nothing much to shout about. The goal difference basically comes from the 1k from the Dragons. We see a lot of de-warding going on continuously. This game is more on the type of engagement rather than taking objectives and securing towers, which can pay off in a way if you're able to push it out and look at how fast that is melting. Bye Graves. Being able to snare by Maokai first and then onto Zyra's snare, that combination simply destroys people out there. Not being able to move with Soraka's silence going off on him as well. He wasn't be able to quick draw out of it. He just stood there and took a huge beating from the team, taking on high priority target. Look at that. The fear did not even go off, just to scare him away a little bit, and there goes the first tower for Team Secret. I'm sorry, at the moment it's like I'm confused because I was preparing myself for CEO and Executor, now all of a sudden I have to say Secret, so I'm a little bit confused, but not to worry, I will get it right. Now, at the 22-minute mark, and at this point in the game, any team would be able to just go up there and take Baron if the other team is unprepared. Now, we do see just a slight ward slightly outside of Baron for Team Secret, and on the side of Team Helsing, they do not have any sort of ward coverage on that area. So it leaves it open for Team Secret possibly to go in and sneak out a Baron if they do see, for instance, like Graves and Tariq at the bottom. But we do see, we also do note that there is paranoia on the side of Team Helsing, so that possibly could go in their favor as well. Blocking out all vision and coming in with a gank on Baron and taking Baron, not only that, but also acing them along the side. So it looks like the teams are posturing in the middle. They want a sort of team fight. They want to possibly win it and then get Baron at the end of it. But look at that. Koki has Trinity Force already. We have Zonya on Vladimir. It has been there for quite a while. It looks like Zyra is building Ryla's Crystal Scepter at the same time. Nocturne with a Negatron's Cloak countering the double AP combination. We also do see that looks like Tariq is either building into Mercury Threads or possibly an Aegis of the Legion, which would go really well with the team. We see the Lich Bane already completed on Twisted Fate with another Blasting Rod, possibly into a Rabadon's Death Cap, perhaps into an Abyssal Scepter as well. That could be really good for helping out in a team fight, since a lot of things to be centric around there. And just as Dragon comes up, immediately we see Team Helsing ready to take it again. Zyra putting down the plants, being able to take it, and no problem there for Team Helsing taking up. The group fight goes in, snares, the Nexus actually gets put down quite a bit, and the dive goes in. Interestingly, onto Soraka. I'm not sure why the dive went onto Soraka, giving the advantage to Team Secret being out there, and instantly one final missile goes down. Looks like Nocturne might get chased down, perhaps, but the snow from is up there. One fail flash from on the side of Team Secret. Looks like they will not be chasing out there, and they will just be securing the blue. So that was an exchange in favor, actually, of Team Secret on the side of just the engagement alone. But Team Helsing did get the dragon, so they kind of counted it out and being able there. If they're able to push down this tower, it will go in the favor of Team Secret. And it looks like there's going to be no contest whatsoever. They actually could have gone for Baron, but opted to actually take the tower, so that they're able to have a little bit more map control, since they have a little bit lesser vision on the map overall. Looks like they will be porting back. Zyra will be taking her blue standard builds over there. It's interesting to note that Soraka immediately built into a Shurelia's Reverie, not opting to get a higher level boots or not opting to get another GP5 to counter, so she only has one GP5 at the moment, which is Heart of Gold. I'm not sure whether that will come back to bite her in the end, because at this stage where there's a lot of team fights going on, and we don't see an end game coming anytime soon, the goal difference will be able to be built up on the side of Team Helsing, but we also, perhaps that's in response to Tarek building a Shira's Reverie as well. So that should be pretty interesting as to see how much is able to be gotten from there. It looks like Maokai will be building into very, very quick Frozen Heart, getting Glacial Shroud quite fast as he'll be going back next. We do see, at the moment, most teams are just farming it up, taking it, but we do see on the side of Team Secret, it looks like they want the team engaged, they want to move in, they want to catch out the high priority targets. Graves was there and available, with possibly Vladimir with Zonia out there being the bait to see if they actually move in. Now on the side of Team Secret, they do have a very highly mobile team. We had the Shirelas on Soraka, we have Maokai that's able to root people at far distance in. We also do see that the Valkyrie from Corki is being up there. We see very good ward vision being placed by Team Helsing, being able to spot on the enemies and know that they're somewhere within the right side of their jungle being up there. So they know that not to engage, and hence why they're actually collected up on the upper side, not wanting to get caught out guard or to face check. Throwing a wand over there just to double confirm that they're not there, but they see that Team Secret is in the mid and they are going up there. Vlad going up to clean up top a little bit of the creep so that it doesn't get over pushed and the tower doesn't get chipped away by it. But at the moment we see that everyone has their ultimates ready. This is just bubbling over into a team fight really, really soon, and like I did mention before, this team fight will actually determine possibly who will take the lead. At the moment we are at 15-15 each. It is just going to be 30 minutes soon, and the goal difference is slightly slim of 2k at the moment. So at this stage, it is very, very much anybody's game, and Renekton possibly gets caught out there, even with his ultimate being thrown up there. Look how fast he's being melted, and all that damage. Will Grace be able to save him? Paranoia comes in, and that will be it. Maokai goes down in return, being really, really aggressive, trying to root and secure the kill, but no, he gets turned in. It's a very nice bait by on the side of Team Helsing, being able to save Renekton out there. I guess Renekton should get some form of extra armor because he has lots of life and a little bit of magic resist from the side of having the Maw of Malmortius and having the Frozen Mallet, but what he needs is superior armor and magic resist, so perhaps getting a, let's see, Thornmail would be great to go up there, but instead they do have the double AP combination, so a Force of Nature would be also good to come up there, but we do know that Corki is extremely strong. Getting the BF sword very, very soon, he will be getting the Bloodthirster, and that's when it's going to be really interesting. Because on the side of Team Helsing, the red side on Graves, we only see the Infinity Age and now the Phantom Dancer being completed. But there we go, the BF sword being bought by Graves. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Very, very high value targets of Corki and Graves. If any one of the team manages to take either one of these targets down, it's going to be pretty interesting to see. Simply because on the side of Team Secret, they have double AP there, and with Graves being if Corki is taken down, a lot of magic damage is being poured, and they do not have that much magic resist. Only Nocturne has pretty much the Negatron's Cloak. Tarek has the small amount of magic resist that they has, and Twister has a little bit up there, so they do have a little bit of protection, but it isn't going to be much. Where else, if Graves gets taken down, if Corki gets taken down, and now Team Helsing has to pour out damage, they do have the mix of Twisted Fate and Renekton being AD and AP damage out there, so it's going to be pretty much spread over, and I think it's going to be a bit disastrous for Team Secret. But look at that. Oof. being able to negate that gold card stun by immediately going into a sanguine pool. Really, really great timing on that. Zyra planting out her plants everywhere. Just in case a team fight does break out, the extra damage that is brought up there. Now this is after the patch where the invisible plants were around, so thank God there are no longer any invisible plants for any nasty surprises. But look at the amount of wards being thrown down by Tariq. The first one not being in the bush, and the second one being in the bush, catching Soraka out there. Pretty cool. Nocturne coming in. Will this be a sandwich? Oof. Lucky spell shield, but his spell shield is down for the next couple of seconds. But it looks like both teams do not want to full-on engage simply because it is at such a crucial time where if they lose this engage, that will be it. But Graves was at the bottom cleaning up there, and looks like Corki will be going to the top cleaning up a little bit there. This would be a prime time for Team Helting to actually engage simply when they see Corki out of position. But Team Secret being really safe and moving back a little bit so that they don't get caught or overextended and get their pants caught down. So we do see that all the ultimates are still up once again. Not a lot of roaming, but we do see what happened now. Team Helting is pushing in out there, trying to irk their way slightly into the second tower, which is pretty even for the lanes at the moment. Now what's going to be the deciding factor is this dragon that has just come up. Will Team Helting be able to get it again? Or will Team Secret take advantage and get it out? So dragon resets once again. Everybody's just posturing, everybody's walking up and down. It's like a runway up there. Everybody's walking into the bush, out of the bush. They're playing hide and seek. That's what they're doing. They're playing hide and seek with each other, trying not to get caught. But what we do see is that Zyra being able to use her plants out there, and Team Red with Nocturne taking it up. Ultimate goes off by Tariq really, really quickly. I'm not sure why he did it so fast. That root, oh wow. Across into the flash, Chemoplague being thrown down by Vladimir. Immediately paranoia into Nocturne. Will Nocturne be taken out? Nocturne will be taken out. Everybody is super low at the moment. Double kill on Graves. Tariq will go down very easily. Renekton looks like he's being targeted next. And yep, the shutdown of Vladimir goes out there, but looks like Vladimir will be taken on relatively easily. Will Zyra be able to come up with a stun, and with Chemoplague there goes shut down. Oh, look at that true damage! Awesome! So what a team fight. That Zonia being able for Zyra to come back in, to land the snare, to land the extra damage from her Thorn Spitters, and that final passive that she has, Rise of the Thorn Zyra, dealing true damage, ensuring that it wasn't a double ace on both sides, and that Team Secret took the advantage out there. But what happened is that it is now back to even again, and the goal difference is still about 2k. It hasn't really gone up there, but will Vladimir be able to take down this tower? If they are, they will be able to get a little bit of a goal lead. But it looks like Nocturne will be coming in to save up the tower, and it wouldn't be able to take it down. Perhaps if Corki comes in there, he could sweep it up a little bit. But at this point in time, it looks like they're going to do the dancing game again. They're going to walk around each other, hopefully not get disengaged. If you do remember what happened at the engage, Maokai tried to snare first, but Grace flashed into the shadow and the snare got cancelled. And so what Maokai did was Maokai flashed and then snared onto Nocturne, snared onto Renekton, being able to provide vision for the team, because there was no vision within that tri-bush area there. So that is what actually enabled the whole other team for Team Secret to pour out their skill, simply because they knew exactly what was happening in the bush. If Maokai did not enter the bush, they will not be able to actually see what's happening there. Now we see Yomatsu's Ghost Blade being bought by Nocturne. Another super potent item. We see Graves picking up the Bloodthirster already. And we actually see that Corki did not go for the Bloodthirster. Corki went for the Infinity Edge. Wow, that's going to be super, super interesting to see what's happening there. We do see Negatron's Cloak being picked up by Vladimir. Looks like it's going to be built into an Abyssal Scepter. And it looks like Zyra possibly could be going into a Zodiac's Hourglass. It would be best for her to get the Zodiac's Hourglass simply because she's becoming quite a high priority target at the moment. So she needs to, stay out from the direct damage from the team fight. But then again, building the Rabadon's death cap will only extend her lead. At the moment, she is 8-3. There's a lot of gold being put there with 181 CS at the moment. She is slightly behind on Twisted Fate, who already has a Lich Bane, already has Rabadon's death cap, and looks like he's building into a Void stuff. So all that wild cards, even his pick a card, his blue card will deal approximately at this time close to 800 damage per card, and that's insane. Possibly an engage? Nope, just warding out there. The blue is up. Will Zyra or Vladimir take it before the team fight happens? So sorry, I have to get a glass of water. This game is like killing my vocal cords at the moment. It's so interesting. It's definitely one of the... I wish we had seen this game from the very beginning. It's excellent at this point. 35 minutes, 20-20 each. 50 over 1,000 gold on both sides team, and true enough we do see Zyra buying the Zhonya's Hourglass simply for survivability out there. Now nobody so far has completed their full items yet, but we do see many of the teams are being very close to it, and true enough Renekton is picking up a Negatron's cloak. Looks like he will be building it into a Force of Nature, being able to be a little bit more tankier, a little bit more potent in team fights. Having a lot of life is not only important, but we need to have lots of armor supporting it, because then the amount of effective damage that you can actually take actually extends. So what it means is that even if you have 4,000 life, but only with, for instance, 100 armor, what you have is that you can take about 6,000 worth of damage. But if you have 200 armor and with 4,000 life, you can effectively take something close to 10,000 worth of damage. So getting that, for instance, that extra Thornmail or the extra Force of Nature definitely helps out a lot out there. Twisted Fate getting that Void stuff, ooh, this is going to be interesting. And Renekton buying the Force of Nature. At this point in time, if the engage goes off again, I would say it would go to Team Helsing, simply because they've gotten a little bit more tankier. And if Twisted Fate doesn't get caught off guard, his wild card spamming through the team. And also if he takes like a red card and slows down the majority of them, that's damage to the whole entire team again. It's going to be very devastating for them. And looks like they are posturing up again to make a strong push here. De-warding going off by Tarek. Tarek has gotten so far 3 oracles. Since we have started watching within 15 minutes, so every 5 minutes or so he gets an oracle. That's when like the team fight engages, which is pretty costly. No doubt there, but simply because they have been getting into team fights, he gets the assist goal from them, which he has 11 assists at the moment. He's able to actually afford it with only having 1 GP5. This is the kind of trade-off that many players don't think of. It's that if they get an oracle and they die, it's worth it if it is in a team fight and you have assist goal. But if you get caught off guard and you just die to one person, or if you do not get the assist out there, that's when you start falling way behind. Looks like Team Secret is posturing to get Baron, de-warding out there, Soraka running around. We do see that possibly an engage might go off with Maokai and Zyra hiding in there, planting more and more little buds around everywhere. Graves getting lost, Whisper being able to shred through what negligible armor they have. I do believe that it's targeted simply for Maokai's Frozen Heart being up there with the Eagles of Legion, also to cut through Vladimir and Zyra because they have Zhonya and the extra armor boost that they have. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens really soon. On the side of Team Helsing, it looks like they are de-warding, staying slightly safe within their jungle. They don't want to overextend because that if they do get caught, there's a lot of snares on the team, on the side of Team Secret, which could spell devastation. Tarek's actually playing a very dangerous game with Koki and Soraka, warding and de-warding. He could get caught really easily, especially if Soraka silences him and he does not get his stun off to the right target. And more de-warding going off. We should actually play a game and see how many wards have been de-warded and how many wards have been bought. I mean, this to me is a really good game simply because not only is there lots of engagements and like the high priority targets have been taken off, is that a lot of wards are being placed at key locations and key times, and a lot of de-warding goes off. Destiny goes off to see where every team is going off, and it possibly could be Team Helsing going in for Baron. Looks like it's just going to be a fake out there, a slight hit. It looks like there was a flash or either a dash by Graves because he was being aggroed by Baron and took a little bit of damage, but no worries, a little bit of damage isn't nothing much whatsoever. But what happens now is that Team Helsing is a little bit out of position and it gives chance for Team Secret to come in. Will they focus down the turret? I think that's what Hockey should be doing, and they would be able to get this turret no problem. But no, they decide to actually back off a little bit. Those wild cards decimating all the creeps that's coming in there. And it looks like it's going to be another wild card that will sweep the waves clean. Oh, but no, it's actually a little bit off. But if you look at the critical hits now by Graves, it is 971 at the moment. And Corky dealing the same 900 over damage per hit. It's going to be insane. Imagine if he has his big missile and he throws 1,500 damage right at you. Yeah, teams are going to go down really fast. Vladimir possibly getting caught, but he does have his secondary pull out there. Corky is at bottom. They can possibly do this, and we see many pings going off at Baron. They will be able to take it. Corky is still very far off position. Vladimir pushing away. Tarek being slowed down a little bit. Will they be able to take it? Maokai's sapling goes in, providing a little bit of vision, and blue team takes Baron Dasher with a sapling. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw that. The team engages. Paranoia goes off. Vladimir once again having the sanguine pools into Zhonya's, but nope. Vladimir gets a double kill out there. Tarek will get caught once again, being able to be slowed down by that Raleigh Crystal Scepter. Those cards by Twisted Fate bringing down Corky really quickly, and at the end of it, it was a 3 for 3. But for Team Secret to be able to get Baron off from that sapling, that was a very lucky sapling, a very potent sapling as well to be able to explode and steal off the Baron there. So we do see that Zyra and Soraka do have the Baron buff. Now, Zyra on the Baron buff is going to be extremely potent simply because her cooldowns now are going to be all that much less. We do see Corky picking up the Guardian Angel, being able to survive extra in fights. We also did see that Zyra bought another Blasting Wand, possibly to build up into her Rabadons now. And if she gets her Rabadons, her AP should be within the 600 to 700 range, which is going to be interesting. Oh, Vladimir as well picking up a Guardian Angel, so it's like 2 Guardian Angels being picked up at the moment, and we do not see any sort of items like this on the side of Team Helsing. They do not have Zhonya's, they do not have any sort of Guardian Angels. So if this draws on a little bit further, definitely Team Secret is pulling out ahead, simply because even though if they do get wiped out as an ace, they will be able to be revived back with the Guardian Angels, the high priority targets, which is Corky and Vladimir being able to dish out more and more damage there. Basically, Vladimir has 3 lives. He can stop the damage by having Zhonya, forcing the enemy team to either wait for him or to change onto other targets, throwing away their cooldowns. And then if they do decide to wait and pour on him, he does have Guardian Angels, which enable him to come back out again, spell vamp, steal a little bit more life, and that's going to be really good. Zyra buying that Void Staff, not buying Rebel's Death Cap. We do see Randuin's Omen also being picked up, which is really good for Maokai. If he does go in, he can activate Randuin's Omen. Anybody that hits him also will get slowed, which is going to be really good. And we see Death Firegrass finally being completed by Twisted Fate. He is at that point where the Death Firegrass will deal significant amount of damage, but all that damage by Corky and Graves. The missiles flying in, poking in. It seems to be a garden there. Zyra planting her plants everywhere and taking that tower, no problem whatsoever. Just look at the amount of spells that Zyra can pour out with the blue buff, with Baron. Her mana just doesn't seem to be going down whatsoever. It's not even close to going down. Also with Soraka's extra wish granting mana to Zyra, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. Now, on the support side, we don't see many items there, simply because they did opt to get the early Shurelya, so they would not be able to buy massive amounts of items because of the GP5 lack there, and which is a concern at this point. We see that there isn't going to be any end relatively soon. Looks like this game will pour on into the closer to the 60-minute mark, And at this point, for the supports only having Aurelias, it's kind of lacking and they're kind of falling off in game at this point. It looks as if Locket of the Iron Solari might be built by Soraka with the Kindle Gem, but then again it could go possibly in another direction, maybe Soul Shroud to help out Zyra. I'm not sure. The power's going to go down so fast, so very fast. No problem there, but Graves finally gets his Guardian Angel, which is a huge thing for Team Helsing, the first sort of item out there. So if Graves does get focused on, he will be able to revive, and that'd be a great thing. We do see the pings going off. Quite a number of wards actually within the jungle, trying to spot each other off. And at the tri-bush, will someone get caught? The gold card is being selected. Ooh, look at that paranoia flying across. Nocturne chasing onto Zyra. I'm not sure why he decided to chase onto Zyra, but Nocturne was so fast. So very fast. Renekton, I'm not sure what exactly he did. He was possibly trying to chase Vladimir, but deciding that he did not have the support that he needed, which isn't great at the moment. That damage negation by Vladimir and the ability to lifesteal. So at the end of it, it was a 2-for-0 exchange. And Nocturne finally picks up the Force of Nature. Finally. Being able to be even more tankier at this point. My prediction for this game is that if within the next 5 minutes, Team Secret is unable to make a significant push and bring down perhaps maybe 1 or 2 inhibitors, the tides will start changing now in the side of Team Helsing, simply because they're becoming more and more tanky. And look at that route into Arcane Smash, being brought down very fast. They will be able to get this inhibitor, no problem. It looks like top is being pushed as well, and they will be able to secure top tower, no problem. It looks like this might be the end of Team Helsing, putting on a very strong show. But overall, Team Secret being able to come up with a lot of different strategies and combinations, helping out each other. The double AP combination was not well responded by Team Helsing, getting magic resist relatively late. They should have gotten the Force of Nature very much earlier. Maokai putting down that damage reduction from his ultimate there. You know, just giving them all that extra damage soaking ability. And we also do see that Baron will be coming up relatively soon. Will Team Helsing be able to make a counter push? Paranoia goes in all the way there. We do see 2 ultimates being blown to get Soraka. I'm not sure how well that is, but then again, every kill helps. Every kill helps. Zeke's Herald being picked up by Soraka, assisting with the extra attack damage and the lifesteal there. Basically for Corki, they want to get Corki really fat up there. We do see Bloodthirster, Infinity Edge. The Trinity Force is building the last Whisper at the moment. Will Team Helsing be able to get the Baron this time, or will it be stolen once again from Team Secret? Vladimir going in really brave, throwing down Hemo Plague. At the moment, so many things going on. Twisted Fate being burst down so very fast. Looks like Baron has reset already. Maokai with the random whims, but not be able to do anything. And oof, that last Sanguine Pool out there. It looks like what happened in this team fight is that Team Helsing actually came up pretty ahead. And they actually are able to go back in and take Baron, but they are really low. And the high priority targets, Vladimir, Zyra, and Hockey have not been taken down. What was taken down was Maokai and, you know, very close Soraka, slightly before hit, being able for them to pull slightly ahead. But we do see the super minions now pushing into the base, and that's not going to be good for Team Helsing. Now Team Secret taking the dragon out there, extending their goal lead just by a little bit out there. If you notice from the beginning, I've been saying that their goal lead has been about 2k, and that's what it has been. 2k since the very beginning. Both teams, basically it's anybody's game at the moment. If any one team can get an ace off with 1 or 2 surviving members that are high priority, that will be the end of it, especially if it is in favor of Team Secret, because the inhibitor is down on the side of Team Helsing. Team Helsing will have to do a pretty good comeback, perhaps an ace with maybe 3 players alive to be able to push down 2 towers to get the inhibitor and cause the other pressure to be reversed. But Destiny does go off, trying to spot exactly where they are. They are worried that if Team Secret is able to get the Baron, it's going to spell disaster simply because they will be able to push severely out there. But they are starting the Baron. Nope, just kind of taking a little bit of pot shots at Baron, aggroing a little bit out there. We do see Zyra planting more and more of her plants out there, keeping it so that she has vision. And if anybody walks close enough, they will start taking a little bit of damage. So chipping them away even before any sort of team fight starts. But Chirella does go off. That's interesting. Everybody running in for Nocturne, a Valkyrie being used by Corki, but to no avail whatsoever. But what we do see now is that Twisted Fate is in base, and what Team Secret sees is that this is their opportunity to get Baron uncontested. Nocturne does have paranoia and will be able to dive in, and will he be able to smite it out? And nope, it goes into Team Secret's hands. The Hemo Plague does go off into that flash over by Vladimir. He will be able to bring out everybody. Zyra's knock up, there goes Nexus flying into the air. Twisted Fate will go down, no problem. Corki go down really low. Ooh, Vladimir does go down. Oh, look at that clutch Zonya. Grace being able to take it down, no problem. But then again, Maokai is there. And there goes Maokai being able to sweep it up, no problem whatsoever. Double kill on Maokai's side. They will be pushing into base. Twisted Fate will not be able to defend simply against so many people. Ooh, that sapling preventing him even further. That GG's go off very quickly. They know that they can't come back from this. And at the 52-minute mark, 31-26, we see that this game goes in favor of Team Secret, showing a really potent ability to take down the other teams in a very close game out there. Team Secret was able to get many of the other early damage items, and then they immediately transitioned to survivability, which was really great for them to survive the mid to late game fights. So yeah, we're actually going to go into the score screen to see what's happening there, and at the end of it we see that 386 CS on Corki and 366 CS and 367 CS on there. A lot of CS for both of the teams, very well fed. The amount of gold being collected on both sides very high. And what happens now is that for Team Secret, they will move on into the winner's bracket, and they will be going up against the winner of the KL Hunter and Nice Young Man match. And Team Helsing will be pushed on to the loser's bracket, where they will be meeting up the other team from either CO or Executed. And that match will actually begin shortly. So we'll come back to you after a slight commercial break when we have already started into the next match. And this is Pseudo here signing off for the first match. So do stay tuned for the next match and let us know which one you want to actually see in the future. So we'll see you soon.
Oi, o postão lá? Vai lá. 喂，crash 了吗？
What's up, ladies and gents? My name is Parv, and I welcome you to our League of Legends Top 5 Plays, week number 89. We have an awesome lineup for you guys this week, so without further ado, we start into our number 5 play with Pure Edward on Lee Sin. At the beginning of this play, we see he's being chased by Shaco and his clone, but he sees Nunu waiting in the rush for him to bring Shaco there, but he has another idea. He lands the Q, and then Absolute Zero started up, so he lines it up, kicks him over the wall right on top of Nunu, and then follows it up with a resonating strike to escape the Ashe. He shields Nunu and then starts to retreat, knowing that they can't win this 2v2, but Nunu sticks around longer than he should, so he stays around just to help out, and then they retreat back to the tower, but he takes a lot of damage in the process, and Nunu exhausts Cap to try to help out, and then he W's to a minion, but then Ashe flashes for the kill, but the shield keeps him just barely alive as they both escape. Landing in our number 4 spot is Crumbs on Rumble, and at the start we see a team fight into his Malphite goes in but gets kicked away, and then the enemy Volibear charges in on Blitzcrank, and the rest of the enemy team commits to the fight, bringing them all low except Corki, who helps burst down Volibear, granting Rumble his first kill. Rumble charges in, landing a slow on Soraka and then Graves, and then he WQs to chase down Soraka and give Corki the kill. Afterwards the enemy Graves and Lee Sin escape, so his team backs off, but he doesn't waste a moment and goes through the jungle, using his W for movement speed and hoping that they stick around. Remember, he doesn't have vision until he actually goes into the lane. Lee Sin instantly bails, but he flashes onto Graves with his flamethrower and gets the kill perfectly despite his flash. He tries to retreat, but Lee Sin lands his Q, but he shields just in time to take him down for the double. For number 3 spot for this week, we have O's on Ezreal, and I apologize in advance for the buggy start to this clip, it's just a bug with low recorder. So Leona dives in and stuns him right away, but the Targ dazzles the Leona, allowing for him to pick up the easy first blood, but take a look at the map and we see Malzahar coming in. He goes on to Vayne and walks around the caster minion, sniping him with an awesome Mystic shot. As soon as he enters the brush, Malzahar comes in and puts his dot on Ez, followed by Ignite, and now we see his health, but right before he dies, he tries to flash back to the tower, but Ez grabs the triple and then instantly moves, dodging the Lee Sin Q as Lee Sin flashes for positioning, but gets stunned, and then Ezreal kites back, using the minions as a barrier to pick up the 4-throw exchange to start the game. Scoring in at second place is Fail Prototype on Vayne, and she's been farming bottom when all of a sudden they come to 4-man ganker. She runs back towards her tower as we see her team responding and coming down. By the time she gets to the turret, Amumu leads the dive. He runs in and she quickly reacts to that. When he ults, she's lined up to condemn him into the wall. Shen starts to ult in and she pops Final Hour, going stealth and then coming out and getting on Amumu. Right before dying, she goes stealth again, coming out to help finish off Amumu, and then Targ teleports in, stunning Katarina, which lets Vayne lifesteal off Corki, tumbling and picking up the kill. Together they finish off Katarina in an amazing turnaround thanks to the quick response of the entire team. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have Alexander, Matteo, and Jen. And at the beginning of this play, we see her clearing a ward in a river as 2 players are coming towards her and she gets sandwiched by Leona. She quickly flashes out of Leona's ult and then she monsoons as Vayne condemns, pushing Leona out and then into the wall for the stun. As she runs towards the tower, she gets cut off by Zyra and Vayne flashes away, so now it's just her. She runs into the brush and then into the second one and then turning around, juking out all 3 players once and then immediately a second time as she gets back into the second brush. She dodges Leona's E and then goes for it, shielding herself and running straight back to the tower, stopping to shoot out a tornado behind her and leaving the enemy team cross-eyed. And for the bonus clip of the week, we have SKMW to Magazaki on Nautilus. As the clip plays, I just want to remind everyone to like this video and favorite it if you liked what you saw. Also, we have a second channel that provides daily content, so if you like our shows here, then follow the link down below for even more content. Thanks everyone for watching, I leave you with this hilarious clip, and I'll see you back here for week 90.
An enemy has been slain.
Hey, this is James Rauman with this week's IPL Top 5 Plays. Let's jump right into number 5. Our first play has CLG EU versus Incredible Miracle in the OGN Summer League. Let's throw another one in from the same game. At number 4, we have SK Gaming's Ocelot ruining this Tristana's day with his Blitzcrank. There's the first grab. The second one right as she comes back into lane. We'll go ahead and throw in the hat trick for Ocelot. At number 3, we have Corsair versus TT in our IPL 5 Taiwan qualifiers. The perfect initiation, following it up as a team. They easily pick up the double, then the quadra kill for Morgana. Fantastic play. Corki trying to get out of there, has no hope for escape. Taking a look at that again, the fantastic coordination. They get the Malphite ultimate. They get Vladimir, Graves, Morgana, everyone in sync. Picks up the quadra kill, picks up the ace. TT Dragons didn't know what hit them. Coming in at number 2, we have Legion versus Dignitas in our IPL Elite Tournament. Alistar with the perfect initiation, followed by Malphite, Leona, Cassiopeia, Corki for the triple kill. Dignitas just absolutely melting in their AoE. If we take a look at it again, keep an eye on Alistar, Lauda Mortis, hurting Rise with the rest of the team. Get in your hole. Beautiful execution from Legion. Our top play of the week, a nod to Moscow 5's dominant victory at ECC Poland this weekend. Here's D-Man and Xenon on the call.
Jumped on by Darian. There's the crescendo coming across from Gosu Pepper. Darian is going to drop. This time the Guardian Angel is not available. The Ignite will finish him off. Hosan managing to pick that kill up. They haven't taken Grom down. Now Diamond Procs also low. Pulled in onto Alex 6. Alex 6's Guardian Angel will get popped. Kubon's going to surely leap straight on him. Diamond Procs is ready and waiting for that one. Kubon is going to go down in the mix though. And immediately that's going to be Alex Itch also going down. Kubon with his own Guardian Angel now pops back up. Genja's Guardian Angel goes down. Gosu Pepper goes down with the Oracle as well. Diamond Procs will go down with the Guardian Angel again. The Genja, meanwhile, is off and decided. This is a whole Guardian Angel fight, and they've had to kill them at least 20 times. And Genja's come out with a double kill. Can he get a lock onto Veggie? Yes, he can. The Acid Hunter's going to come out. One more Acid Hunter, a triple kill, and an Oracle down. Moscow 5 taking victory here at the ECC Poland, the European Circuit Championships.
If you enjoyed the episode, please like and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. I'm James Rauman, and I'll see you next week. Hey guys, this is James Rauman with this week's IGN Pro League Top 5 Plays. Let's get right into the action at number 5. Starting off, we have Curse EU versus PAH at DreamHack.
Wow, unstoppable force into the entire team. PAH mounting, Soul Shackle, triple kill, and we are going quadra kill coming up as well. Wasn't even enough room on the score sheet for all of the deaths.
At number 4, we have Taipei Assassins versus Time to Terminate in our IPL 5 Taiwan qualifiers, with Malphite coming in for the quick kill onto Leona, but Little Balls has a little bit to say about it. Coming in onto Alistar, there's the quick kill along with Corki, and then picking up the second one, the double kill onto Jarvan, and now turning onto Janna and Sivir, going to be chasing them down, the exhaust onto Corki, but it doesn't matter because Little Balls has the headbutt into the wall, picks up the triple kill, and then the flash from Bebe to finish off the turnaround for Taipei Assassins. For number 3, we have great teamwork with Securities and Friends with the Malphite, Lux, Graves, and Ziggs ultimate to pick up 4 kills for awesome team coordination. Wow! Coming in at number 2, we have Dignitas versus Orbit in our IPL 5 NA qualifiers, and Cutie Pie actually trolling around here, baiting out the Anivia wall. The swap into the Darius pull over the wall, and Anivia is completely trapped out of position. Cutie Pie will go down, but guess what? He has the Zillion revive. It doesn't even matter. Awesome play, awesome bait from Dignitas. Let's take a look at that sexiness once again as we have the swap right into the pool from Crumbs. Awesome play from Dignitas. And with the top play, we have CLG versus PSW in the OGN LOL Summer League.
어디서 많이 본 그림이죠? 예, 나한테 주인들 팀이 이런 플레이 또 많이 보여줬었는데 대가가 내려가려다가 취소했고요. 자, 진짜 위험하긴 한데 아닙니다. 아니에요. 잭스가 먼저 죽었어요. 잭스가 먼저 죽었고 그레이브즈 더블킬, 트리플킬.
Lulu as well. They're going to Hey guys, this is James Raman with this week's IGN Pro League Top 5 Plays. Let's jump right in at number 5. Starting off, we have Sloopy returning from last week playing as Katarina, trying to chase down an Ash. Will Ward jump over the wall, but now we have Rise as well, and the flash over the Ash arrow picks up the first kill, and then using the ultimate, is he going to be able to get it? Yes, the double kill. At number 4, we have Danny Boy as Aurelia, and Amumu comes in with the bandage toss, but he is directing his Transcendent Blades at the minions to maximize that HP regen, dodging around the tower, the flash, and then the Transcendent Blades, and now Blade Surge back onto Amumu for the kill. At number 3, we have Taiwan's own Taipei Assassins versus World Elite in the Garena Premier League, and Morgana with the flash in and the ultimate, then the knockup from Alistar, and then the double knockup from Lulu as well. They're going to pick up a quick double kill, and then chasing them down, very easily pick up the ace. Awesome play all around from Taipei Assassins. At number 2, from DreamHack in Sweden, we have CLG EU versus Moscow 5. Now with the call, Joe Miller and D-Man.
The Baron was down to about 8,000 here, but CLG going to have to peel up for this one. Shirley is rubbing up. There goes Darian, absolutely destroyed. Genja now is the target as well. They're going to dive towards Genja. Then a kick comes out on towards Genja. Headbutt, sorry, pulverized. Alex is now the target. That is wicked, picking up another kill. I cannot believe this is actually happening in front of me. Diamond Pro trying to get away from this one. Yellow Pete's just going to jump on his face any minute now. There we go, the shutdown comes in, the ace comes out from CLG. This is insane.
And CLG pull off the biggest comeback that we've ever seen in League of Legends at this level.
And with our top play for the week, we have Taipei Assassins versus Singapore Sentinels in the Garena Premier League, and Little Balls coming in with the headbutt. Pulverize will be able to pick up a kill. Unfortunately, his team is losing extremely quickly. We have Anivia going down, and now Mundo, Malphite, and Corki are chasing Cassiopeia. They will be able to pick up this kill pretty easily, but Alistar coming in, picks up the kill onto Mundo, and then headbutting Corki back underneath the tower. He does have the Guardian Angel, though, that is going to proc, so he is going to be okay, and Little Balls is not looking good, gets the knockup, and then the Valkyrie, the headbutt away. He's going to be able to survive from the Corki just for a little bit longer, and Corki tanking the turret will go down. Little Balls has done the unthinkable. His team was about to lose. They were going to lose to the push, but then coming back after the Malphite, he's trying to get out of there, gets the knockup, will go down. Awesome play all around from Taipei Assassins. Hey everyone, this is James Raman with this week's IGN Pro League Top 5 Plays and some of the week's best highlights. At number 5, we have WinFact versus Acer in our IPL 5 qualifiers, and the Karthus-Yorick combo has been destroying them all game, so once the ult is down, they go in. We have Vladimir with the pull, then the Zhonya's, and then the Kale ult for 6 seconds of invulnerability. In the meantime, Graves has picked up a double kill, then a triple kill onto Yorick, and then coming onto Corki with the Nautilus grab, picks up the quadra kill, and then chasing down Soraka for the pentakill. Awesome play all around by WinFact. At number 4, we have BZ Weezy as Lee Sin chasing down Warwick into a 4v2, but dragging kicking Warwick to the other side, launching himself across the map, picking him up, and then kicking into Heimerdinger. He picks up the double, and then chasing him down for the skill shot quadra kill. Number 3 was sent in by Sloopy playing Anivia, picking up the quick double kill defending Baron, and then flashing over the Karthus wall, and then throwing off her own wall to get out of there. Now Urgot has come into the mix and forcing the Zhonya's onto Karthus, but in the meantime, Darius and Malphite are running down Anivia, and with that Karthus ultimate, they will be able to egg Sloopy. Fortunately for him, though, he has Urgot for the rescue, and Urgot's actually going to...
Welcome back. We're currently watching the Malaysian qualifiers for Season 2, and I am Justin, also known as Sang Sudo, and I'll be commentating today. So what we saw in the first game, we actually spectated Team Secret versus Team Helsing, and Team Secret were qualified from the southern region, and Team Helting qualified from the Revenge tournament, and the winner of it was actually Team Secret. Now, Team Secret will be watching the next game with them, and they will be going up against Kuala Lumpur Hunters, who won their game against Nice Young Man. So let me just give you all a brief of the standings at the moment. So from the first game against Orange Esports and Team Empire, Orange Esports has moved on into the second phase of the tournament bracket for the winner's circle. The game between CO and Executed is still going on. Yes, it is still going on, so we do not have the results for that as of this time. For the Kuala Lumpur Hunters and Nice Young Man, like I mentioned, Kuala Lumpur Hunters moved on to the winner's bracket. And for Team Helting and versus Team Secret, the one that we watched, Team Secret won rather decisively towards the end. It was a very close game, and we're looking forward to this next game against KL Hunters to see if they would do really well as well. So with that, we actually did a quick game analysis of which are the top picks so far. And Zyra, across the 4 games that have been playing, Zyra has been picked in 3 of them. Graves as well has been picked in 3 of the games. Maokai, Ezreal, Darius, Koki and Soraka have been picked twice across these 4 games. Zyra clearly making a very strong showing. She has been dubbed one of the strongest AP mids to be out there, not only by Skara, but like people like Reginald as well has talked a lot about Zyra, saying that she seems a little bit overpowered for her ability to plant so many seeds within a short amount of time in a mid to late game. And we actually did see that versus Team Secret. Zyra was continuously planting down her seeds to provide vision, to provide cover, to provide extra damage, and not forgetting with the additional knockup there. So as we're actually going to move on to see the winners bracket, and we're actually going to see the losers bracket to see what happens, we are actually going to see if there's going to be even more showing of Zyra out there. Now, KL Hunters have not been famous for using Zyra whatsoever. Golden's has actually been more of Rise, and we're actually going to move into Champion Select now to see what are going to be possibly out there. Now, Team Secret did use a double AP combination before this. Will they continue to use this? Now, on the side of KLH, they are not famous for using double AP combinations. They are more famous for taking standard tops like Darius and things of that sort. In fact, in the first game, Kuala Lumpur Hunters took Olaf top, and they went up against a Darius top, so we will actually see what happens. Now, the bans of Malphite, the Flame of the Month, is being banned out there for his ability to engage into huge team fights and decimate teams. We also see Ari as well as Ezreal being banned out from the side of Team Secret. They don't want to deal with Ezreal. And on the side of Team KLH, they had banned out Twisted Fate, Shen and Zyra, shutting out the global ultis, and true enough, they do not want to deal with Zyra because of her ability to transition from mid to late game to be this powerhouse out there. I also, like I mentioned before this, Golden's is not really used to having to deal with Zyra, hence I believe that's why it's banned out. But Maokai being the very fast picked by Team Secret, and we did see before this Maokai was picked as well, so it looks like Team Secret does favor Maokai simply for his ability to reduce incoming damage, for his snare, which we did see a lot of times became very crucial in the previous game before this. It looks like, on the side of KL Hunters, it looks like they will be going for the Corki Nunu combination since Ezreal is being pushed out at the moment. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is a Vayne Nunu as well. The extra Blood Boil damage, and true enough, it is Vayne Nunu. They picked up that. The extra Blood Boil attack speed will enable Vayne to snowball early lane, the early game, because that she will be able to land her 3 strikes onto his Silver Bolts. Her Silver Bolts really quickly and decimate the team. But what is being responded is that we have Soraka being able to sustain Corki in lane with her blessings out there, as well as she would be able to silence out possible snowballs or Vayne's tumble or condemn from actually happening. So possibly we have a pretty interesting bottom lane, pretty standard at the moment, not overly aggressive, but they're only aggressive simply because of the abilities of their supports. Now we do see Jace being picked up there with Nocturne. Nocturne be having the global presence and Jace being able to dominate at later games. Will this actually be locked in now? We haven't seen Jace being used much by Kuala Lumpur Hunters, but we do know that within the tournament realm itself, Jace is highly used simply because of his mobility, his ability to change from melee to range, the reduction in armor and magic resist, the knockback abilities, the AoE. He's basically a MacGyver. He's able to do anything that he wants based on how the team is doing. And how does Team Secret respond to that? By getting a Rumble Garrett? So it's going to be a... Okay, so it looks like it's going to be another double AP. It looks like they're favoring the double AP once again. So if this game does drag on, the Gragas ultimate and the Rumble ultimate would be able to decimate the high value target, which will be Jaeyoung using a Vayne. But it also can go very, very badly simply because if the Rumble ultimate goes off and Gragas throws his explosive cast on top of his ultimate, it could push the team away from Rumble's ultimate, and the damage in total could actually be very little in the end there. So the explosive cast from Gragas needs to be planned really well. Now, what will be taken as the AP mid for Team KL Hunters? Minor technical issue there, no worries. No, I am not Joey, no, I'm not Teddy Timmers, I am Justin. My in-game name is Sang Sudo, and I will be casting for the remaining 5 hours, so I hope you guys stay with me. It looks like it's going to be a Nivea. Wow, okay. This is going to be pretty interesting. Now, I'm not sure how combinations are going to work. Now, obviously, for the mid lane, once Nivea reaches her 6, she's able to throw down a pretty good ice wall. She will be able to block out many of the other people, as well as it enables Jace to come in, and as well as Nocturne to dive in with his paranoia. But on the other hand, once Nivea does throw down her ultimate out there, we see that Maokai can throw on the damage reduction to reduce it. We also see that Gragas or Rumble can easily escape from it. So it's going to be a matter of positioning here on the side of KL Hunters. But then again, we do know that Goldens has had a lot of experience with Anivia. We had seen him a lot of times using Anivia, so it's going to come down to the ganks. Now, what happens is that Nocturne needs at least a level 3 to have high success rate in ganking, because not only does he use his Dustbringer to move in, but he also needs his Fear to proc in the right direction. No problem. So we're actually going to go back to me itself. And on the side of Maokai, he also needs his Arcane Smash into his root, so he can do a level 2 quick gank, possibly on the top lane to help it on the mid lane. If Anivia does get ganked, she does get rooted down and does not manage to flash away and moves into egg form, it will spell quite a bit of disaster, simply because Gragas with his barrel toss into his dash, with Nocturne coming, with Maokai being there to Arcane Smash, it could spell disaster for Anivia, especially at low levels. However, at higher levels, it will be pretty interesting to see what Anivia actually builds. Will she go into a Warlock build up life and be, this indestructible egg if it ever comes down to it? Or will she actually go into full sort of damage? Because we do see that Jace is able to deal a lot of damage as well. And this is actually the first Jace we're seeing in this tournament, so pretty much going to be pretty interesting. I would actually like to see, we're actually going to see what are the runes actually being used by Anivia. Is she actually going to go into full magic penetration? Or is she going to go into more sort of health or mana regeneration to help her out in the beginning? It's interesting to note that on the side of KL Hunters, they did not get Lee Sin, for instance, where he is not blue reliant, but Nocturne, which is semi-blue reliant. So with that, Anivia would not be able to get a low level early blue to help her out with her early game, especially against a Gragas. But then again, on the KL Hunter side, we do see that they have done this before, not very much, but they have gone into the enemy side and stolen the blue and given it to Goldens before. and that's actually being able to, you know, help out, especially in the early game stages. So yay, my name comes out. Cool. So in case you did not know how sudo is spelled or who am I talking to you, this is me, and you're currently watching the Season 2 qualifiers for the Malaysia side. The winner of today's matches from the double elimination bracket at the end will be able to go down to Vietnam, sponsored to qualify and fight out in the Southeast Asian qualifiers, which would definitely be awesome. So hopefully they get to send me that I get to cast as well. So yes, if you're currently watching me and you're currently watching me on YouTube, do leave me a comment to see which match you would like to see next and who do you actually think will be the overall winner and represent Malaysia in the Southeast Asian qualifiers in Vietnam, which will happen in about a month's time or so. So which is really cool. So while the countdown timer is actually going off for the spectator mode, I actually want to talk to you guys about a pretty interesting challenge. Now, many of us want to be pro players. We want to show off our skill, our talents, and things of that sort. And this is not role reliant. What has come up is that in these holidays that we're currently having, the Hari Raya holidays, we are actually having a challenge, a holiday challenge, and there are 3 levels to this. One is the basic one, the easy one. You know that pretty much if you call yourself a LoL player, you should be able to do it. We have the intermediate one, which is a little bit more challenging for those of y'all, you know, who want to show that you can do stuff. But if you want bragging rights, there is the hardcore challenge. And some of the most interesting things in there is that you need a 40 win in Dominion, you need a 40 win in Proving Grounds, you need a 40 win on Summoner's Rift, and you need to be all of that within 1 week. In addition, you need to collect at least 10,000 IP within that week. That's going to be pretty interesting to see who can actually come up with this in the end. I mean, for me, I don't really have the time to do so, but if I had, I mean, who wouldn't want bragging rights to be able to take up the hardcore challenge, collect 10,000 IP. Not only can you buy other heroes, runes, or whatever else you want with it, but you also have bragging rights. You also have huge amounts of games under your belt. You get to familiarize yourself with new champions. So this challenge is for everybody out there, and I want to see what's happening. So we're actually going to go into game at the moment, and we're going to see KL Hunters versus Team Secret. Now we did see the slight invade on the first game on the other side there, but it looks as if there could be the invade. It looks like many teams are going together. Soraka slightly behind out there. Very nice by KLH Jaeyoung saying good luck, have fun. And on the side of Team Secret, replying out there with really well mannered saying good luck. This is great sportsmanship on both teams, you know, wishing their best over there. We do see that on the side of Team Secret, they're kind of spread out, and on the side of Team KL Hunters, they're all grouped up together. It looks like there will not be any sort of invade. They're just, you know, posturing, running up and down, making sure that all their entrances are covered. They do see that Maoka has thrown his sapling over there. They are pinging to walk around to the tri-bush on the north side to get up there. Jay is consciously changing between melee to range, just getting the extra speed boost. And Don Murray actually face-checking that bush like a boss, moving in. It looks like KL Hunters has done this quite a few times. They actually do wait in the smaller bush and then they go in and try to steal off the blue. But with Jace actually going back to, I'm not sure what exactly he went back for. I'm not sure why Monkeys went back. He did not get an additional pot. It is still 3 pots there. I'm not sure why he went back, but it looks like it will be the lane swap. Jace is going down and versus a cocky Soraka, and it looks like it's going to be on the top lane. It's going to be a Rumble versus Vayne Nunu. Now we did see this in the first game. For those of y'all who were spectating that, ooh, that harpoon right into Vayne, slowing her down. That explosive cast, look at the damage, 3 people getting out damage. Dustbringer goes down, Rumble land another harpoon. Rumble is just like excellent with his skill shots on the harpoons, with all of them grouped up together. The fight for Baron, Don Murray takes it, no problem, Golds is still there, everybody's going back to their lane, and it looks like the steal from KL Hunters was successful. Now Monkeys is taking quite a bit of a beating, Soraka being able to zone him out pretty easily, no problem, and keeping up the lane with Corki. Corki still is at full life, and Monkeys is already forced to use one pot just as the 2-minute mark had hit. But on the other side, we do see that Rumble is finding huge difficulty in being able to farm because Nunu is simply pushing him out of lane, and Vayne is happily farming and last hitting behind there, not taking anything. I'm not sure how much of a trade-off this is going to be, simply because whoever wins the lanes, whether it is top or bottom, pretty much is going to go to whoever has the 2 on the side of 2 rather than on the side of 1. But the determining factor here is when it comes down to who can actually take the turret faster. And in this case, I would say that KL Hunters does have a better chance simply because of the Blood Boil. They would be able to actually bring down the tower a little bit faster. And on the side, on the bottom lane, Jace can actually hit away any targets that come with a knockback. And that's going to spell a little bit of disaster for that. So this sort of lane swap could go in favor of KL Hunters if there's no sort of possible ganks. Now in the mid lane, Anivia and Gragas is just trading off each other, no problem whatsoever. Gragas being able to heal himself out by consuming his drunken rage as a skill that he has. Oh, look at the damage being dished out there by Corki. But it's interesting to note that many Gragas players these days start with Doran's Ring simply because they are able to use the Drunken Rage to heal up the amount of health that they has. Even if you see now that Gragas has only used 1 pot in total and he still is at pretty full health, constantly using his Drunken Rage to be able to heal up from there, and look at that damage being dished out. And true enough, you see that triple hit from Vayne onto Rumble, proccing the silver bolts, dealing the true damage out there. Now, even if you look at the towers in the top lane and the bottom lane, we see that on the top lane it is slightly winning because they have been dealing more damage. But Monkeys is getting very low and is almost out of pots. Meaning he has no longer any pots, and whatever damage he takes now is going to be very, very dangerous. He's also out of mana. But on the side of Rumble, Rumble has just used his final pot as well. And Rumble has no need for any mana, so he will be able to sustain in lane a little bit better than Jace. This could be the advantage that Corki needs to actually start taking out the tower and start catching up to what Jaeyoung is doing on top. At both lanes, for the top lane and the bottom lane, the AD carries, we do see that Jaeyoung has 41 CS and Corki only has 32, so he is ahead of 10 CS, and it's only helping out a little bit and even more further. We see that wards are being placed on both sides of the river, being very clear about it, and the mid lane is actually not too worried about ganks, which is pretty interesting to see. Dawn is actually at level 4 at the moment, and on the side of Maokai, he should be at his level 4 as well. Possibly Rumble could go down. That's the second ring already that's been taken out. And Corki decides to do the lane swap now. Maokai going top as well. Looks like Rumble will be potting back. I wonder, will KL Hunters do the same lane switch again and force Team Secret to be in such a weird position? If they do that, it would be very interesting to see, because a Vayne that is slightly ahead now of Corki in a matter of close to 20 CS is definitely going to be pretty interesting. Dawn Murray taking a few hits, a few pot shots from Corki. No problem taking out there. He's still hit his blue and his red. But we see Maokai possibly coming for a gank or counter gank, seeing that Nocturne was there. It would be pretty interesting. Now Dawn Murray is just waiting in a brush. We do not see any sort of ward from there. Oh, Corki moving in, flash on top of that. Will Jaeyoung actually manage to go down? Dawn Murray is in a bit of a trouble, being exhausted out there. But see, the Valkyrie is kind of down. Oh, look at that smash. First blood by Maokai. Look at that arcane smash. Being able to wither him down and slow him down. Didn't really go so well for Team KLH. Vayne was very low and not be able to dish out damage. The Rumble up was really fast. Wow. Just ensuring that he gets all the extra creeps out there. Rumble is at 30 CS and Jace is actually at 41. So Rumble is actually pretty far behind, but he does have Cage's lucky pick And on the same side, Jace does have the Philosopher's Stone as well, so both of them being able to stay in lane, get some GP5, some extra gold for every minute that they are there, which is actually really crucial at this point. Now we do see that Vayne and Nuno is coming in. They are running in for Soraka. Oh, look at that damage being propped up there. Will Jaeyoung actually go down? Soraka actually leaving Corki behind. Wow, if Soraka was there to actually deal out some damage, that could have gone differently, but there goes double kill for Jaeyoung. No problem whatsoever. Sorry about that. Actually, if Soraka did manage to stay in that fight and possibly deal damage, Vayne would actually have gone down and possibly given Corki the chance to survive. But she opted to stay away, so a little bit of miscommunication on the side of the team there. But no problem for Vayne, already having the double Dorans and the Vampiric Scepter, will be able to take this top tower, no problem whatsoever. And at the 8.5 minute mark, top tower goes down. Jaeyoung does have it. It looks like Jace and Anivia will be going in together. A nice gang there, slightly tanking the tower, no problem. Hagane will go down. Ooh, very close. One more hit, Valkyrie across. Yes, Hagane does go down. Nunu, no problem. Vayne won't be able to do much at all simply because she is very low on mana, and for the fact that the presence of Maokai is there. Ping wards being bought everywhere by Soraka, being placed down, denying vision from there, because now what is happening is that Team Secret does not have vision. They do not have their towers, so they need extra vision to ensure that they are safe and that they can farm. And they should be trying to push the tower now as fast as possible so that it becomes equalized, but they will not be able to do that. And Monkeys at the bottom poking away at that tower, withering it down a little bit more by a little bit more. And Nivea already with the Catalyst and with Blue being able to dominate the lane slightly further. Gragas with a slight lead of 2 CS, but no problem for Nivea being able to sweep up that with her ultimate there, which is the Glacial Storm. And looks like Jaeyoung now is starting to roam. Looks like Corki will have his chance to actually get up there. A 4-man gang. Will Monkeys actually go down? Monkeys is very low. Monkeys does go down, so it's a 1-for-1 exchange there. But Domori does get the kill, so Domori is lurking away slightly ahead. 1-to-1. Top tower did go down in favor of Team Secret, but KL Hunters will be responding in getting the bottom tower, no problem. Will Team Secret push out and manage to get the top tower, the second tower in the top lane? If that does happen, it will reduce the amount of map control that KL Hunters actually has on the top lane. And Maokai, look at that amount of damage Golden is just dealing away, and know that Ignite still brings him down even though he started his ultimate a little bit too late. He actually took so much of a beating before that, and it was very out there. His Vengeful Maelstrom was actually pretty late. But no, the top tower was not be able to taken down, and at the end of this, KL Hunters with 2 kills ahead is also 1 tower ahead. Oh, look at that. Ooh, Hagane taking a lot of beating. Hagane does a Jaeyoung and gets hit out by the tower. That could spell disaster now. Gragas coming in, possibly for the cleanup against Vayne. We see the pings going down, but Gragas has stopped moving. Gragas decides not to move. Oh wow, he could have intercepted Vayne, but no, decided that he did not know where Vayne was. It was a little bit dangerous. Vayne escapes, Jaeyoung escapes, no problem there. And Golden's farming away like a boss, no problem whatsoever. Explosive cast will wither him down a little bit. Maokai coming in for the root. Nocturne flying in as well. Gragas will go down. The Fear does proc, no problem. Maokai as well. Oh, look at that wall. Rumble's ultimate coming in from afar. Looks like Domori will survive as well with that stun coming in by Nivea. Great teamwork on the side of KL Hunters, being able to assist on all sides, running around, helping out each other. We see on the side of Maokai, we have the high boots of mobility. Jace coming in with the knockback. Yup, no problem, into the team. KL Hunters, Jaeyoung taking up, no problem. They will be able to secure Dragon, as Corki will not be able to do anything whatsoever to this. We see that they have a lot of wards in their inventory, but many people are not even using their wards on the Team Secret simply because they have been roaming around, they have been getting ganked, they have been getting caught out of position, and this is what has been happening. That the goal disparity at the 12-minute mark is 3.7k. Now, isn't superiorly a lot, but when we look at the amount of CS that's there and the amount of items that has been bought, it is quite a bit. We already see that Anivia can complete her Rod of Ages relatively soon. We see that Wriggle's Lantern has already been bought by Dawn Murray on Nocturne. We see the Phage already has been bought by Jace, building into the Trinity there. Corki only has one Phage, whereas Vayne already, Vayne should be going back relatively soon. Jeong has already collected quite a bit of money and he should be able to go back and buy the BF sword, no problem. But even if you compare the AP mids, now Gragas only has Sorcerer's Shoes and Cage's Lucky Pick with one Doran's. On the side of Nivea, already has one Blasting Wand, Catalyst of Protector, and Chalice of Harmony. Magic Rays, look at that dance by Gragas there, taunting a Nivea, still having a really good sense of sportsmanship, being able to joke halfway through the match, no problem. Soraka very handy with those ping wards, denying vision whenever she can see it. Like KL Hunters is posturing up for another engage, trying to hopefully to catch someone out there, and Hagane with the Oracles will be able to spot out the wards, no problem, denying a little bit more vision to seem secret, forcing them back to the next towers, and Rumble buys a Hauntings guys at 13 minutes. A little bit late there, but let's see whether he can make full use of it. And will he be able to come up with anything interesting out there? Now Jaeyoung is at bottom, Jace is at top, with Monkeys being up there, and 5 members of Team Secret is in the jungle where Hagane is there. Will they be able to actually do something? But no, they do not actually manage to see him due to all that vision denial out there. On the bottom side, we see that this level is the same on Jaeyoung's side and Corki's side. And Lulu is actually right there. Hagane is being up there, blood boiling up there. And this could spell a little bit of disaster for Corki. He has to Valkyrie out very, very early. And Soraka coming in up to heal him out. Looking at the amount of CS that's been killed, overall for the ADs it's pretty much the same. A couple of CS disparity, no problem. For the junglers, about 10, not big of a difference there. For Gragas and the Nivea, it's about 10 as well. Rumble to Jace, it's about 10 as well. So pretty much in CS they are the same at this point. But KL Hunters does have the tower advantage, which is 2 towers advantage. They do have the dragon advantage there as well as they have the 3 kill advantage. So that little bit of extra gold will be helping them out. Golden's taking that final hit on blue, making sure that he gets it out there. And at this point, if Team Secret wants to come back in it, they need to start catching people off. If they see, for instance, now at the bottom there, Jaeyoung is there, and they should be able to see Anivia there with the sapling. They should be able to come in there and help out the team. Jaeyoung wanted to tumble into there, but oh, look at the paranoia that goes in there. The stun does go off, catching them out. Oh, look at the Rumble ulti across all of them at once, taking so much of it. The explosive pass into things. But will Rumble actually go down? Jace is closing in, but no, they will be able to get out. Golden is actually really low at the moment. The cast not being able to take him down. So no problem there. Jaeyoung will be able to lifesteal off things, no problem. It was a very close engage. Mauga basically got caught off a little bit. But on the side of Team Secret, they were able to come in, assist their team. The Rumble Ultimate did huge amounts of damage, and the explosive cast by Gragas did not actually deal all that much damage. It basically pushed Anivia to the side. It was more like for CC utility rather than damage dealing. But if it was done for damage dealing, that could have, turned out for the side of Team Secret. So at this point in time, on the 16-minute mark, we do see that it is pretty even when it comes to team fights. If both teams are able to land their ultimates and their sights in a really good fashion, they will be able to actually, decimate the other team. Jaeyoung on the other side there was not able to deal much damage simply because he was a little bit out of position for him being at the bottom lane previously, but now with him having the red buff, he should be able to do really well. So what we see now is that Soraka is warding and de-warding a lot of the places around there, and it looks like KL Hunters is posturing to take up Baron possibly. And it is great simply because Team Secret is oblivious to this. Koki is still trying to take his raid. They do not have any map vision there because Soraka has not been there. And the bottom lane is slightly pushing in Team Secret's favor, but once that creep wave reaches the tower, they will be able to take it down, and then it will be no problem whatsoever. So will Soraka be able to plant a ward and be able to save it out? Because Monkeys is going back and to base. They could possibly do it, but Koki is at the bottom, so no way that Jay is buying the Trinity Force before the 20-minute mark. Very good there for the side of Team Kuala Lumpur Hunters. The Bloodthirster already bought by Vayne. Very quickly, Koki has not even gotten his Trinity up yet, so he is falling behind really quickly here. Gragas buying the Abyssal Scepter really quickly, which should be relatively soon, and this will be the second dragon taken, no problem. Not even a contest, not even a ward by Team Secret here, which will actually, increase the goal disparity. It's now 6k before the 20-minute mark. It doesn't really look good for Team Secret at this point, but they still can make a huge comeback if they are able to get Dragon after this, or if they're able to get Baron, or if a team fight goes in their favor. For instance, if KL Hunter starts to engage on Dragon, Baron, and they get slaughtered off there. Now, we did see that in the IPL face-off, Singapore Sentinels that had the lead against Team Curse, they threw it away by going and engaging on Baron twice in a row and dying there. And that's how they actually lost their first game to Curse. But they bounced back to that, and that shows exactly what can happen in this sort of situations. No team is ever ahead and at a point where they can do whatever they want and win. Whatever placements and interesting things that goes on. Wow, that flash by Gragas. I just had to stop myself there. It's like, did he really need to flash out of there? Oh, sorry, the flash was for Maokai, it wasn't on Gragas. Gragas just dashed out of it. Like I was saying, no team is ever truly ahead because mistakes can be made, and that can basically cost him a lot of things. So Koki gets caught out there with the sun, and no problem, the tower's going to go down so fast there. Monkey's just poking away at the towers with the help of Jo, bringing it down. Jay is taking a huge amount of damage. The ultimate does go down. Hagani looks like will be caught off, but no. Team Secret will not be able to pour on the damage. Their response time was a little bit low, and look at the amount of damage. The explosive pass goes on. Dom when it flies in jail might go down to Rumble, but no, the Condemn does go off. Lulu's ultimate does go off, and everybody is still safe on the side of KR Hunters, and they're chasing down Koki. Koki has no mana, he cannot do anything. Look at that damage by Golden. He did not even use his egg form. Wow, 5 on 5. Only Don Murray went out a little bit. Hagane tanking a little bit of the tower, and Jeong should be able to bring the tower down, but no, opting for the safer option. He does not want to repeat whatever happened in the GPL, as what we've shown before this in the cinematics. If you have not watched that video, you should watch it after this when we show our commercial break. And also, you guys should check out the new KL Hunters in the House video that will be coming up relatively soon. From what I heard, it's a really interesting video. So, taking down the inhibitor, coming back to the game, KL Hunters increasing their lead out there. It's 5 to 13 at this point. It is 10k lead, and it is 4 towers ahead in favor of KL Hunters. Even if you look at the items at this point, we see that Vayne, Jaeyoung playing Vayne will be able to complete his Phantom Dancer relatively soon. We see that Jace has his Trinity, has his Berserker Greaves, has his Hex Drinker. No problem there. On the side of Team Secret, Gragas has his Abyssal Scepter up that will help out in Team Koki. Does have his Trinity Force as well, which will definitely help out in keeping up with Jaeyoung out there. But what needs to be looked out here is that Koki needs to be aware of his mana usage. This is the second time that Koki has been caught in a team fight with the lack of mana, because he spams quite a bit in poking. and Soraka decides to imbue Essence, which is the mana spell that he has, onto Gragas instead of Corki, leaving him out there. Will they be able to steal this out? It doesn't look like it, and looks like, yep, no problem there. Oh, really late Rumble ultimate out there. Maokai going down really fast, right in the middle of all four people. It's quite funny to see Golem flying around, catching up Rumble in that stun. Look at how clutch that was, being able to predict it out, and looks like this might be the final push. They do have Baron. The middle will continuously push as long as they continue to pressure top, and it will come a point in time where Team Secret will have to be forced to move back to save out mid before their mid towers start taking huge amounts of damage. They just even dive past the tower, no problem. Look at that. The cast actually was slightly further away. He wanted to push Jaeyoung into the tower, but that's not going to happen. Dawn Marie diving in, taking up the kill, no problem. Jaeyoung triple kill already. Will he get the quadra? Yes, quadra kill it is. And that is ace. It doesn't look like they will be able to do much at this point in time. The earliest member to come up is Rumble. The next one is Soraka. Pretty much they will be able to take this out, no problem whatsoever. And this looks like this is GG, well played at the 24-minute mark. Yes, Team Secret concedes to win. GG, excellent showing play. Going in for the next kill, look at that wall being able to decimate. Will Jaeyoung get it? No, Jaeyoung did not get it. But it's still 5-19. Jaeyoung with 9-0. Golden with 5-0, showing people how it's done on the side of KL Hunters. Excellent, excellent victory, and congratulations to KL Hunters. What's going to happen now is that KL Hunters will move on, and the next KL Hunters game will actually be at 2 p.m. The next matches shown at 1 p.m., which should be soon in about maybe 15 minutes or so, will be of the losers bracket, where we will be seeing there. So it will either be between Nice Young Man and Helsing in the losers bracket that was playing as we were watching this match, or the other one, which was Empire and the winner of CO versus Executed, which we are not even sure of yet. So yes, we will actually be going into the score screen just to overlook at how things were finally for KL Hunters versus Team Secret. With 183 CS, we have Jaeyoung with 906, Bloodthirsters fully stacked up, Phantom Dancer right there. We also see on the side of Corki the Trinity Force, but not be able to have the additional items out there. The Hauntings guys did help out Rumble, but he was not able to complete his Rylai's Crystal Scepter, so a little bit of a downside for him there. And overall, I think it all happened because of the lane swap initially. Now, the lane swap did help out a lot simply because Corki was not be able to perform as well as Jaeyoung out there. And even under pressure, Jace, being played by Monkeys, was able to still get more CS than Rumble, which at the end, when the final, the second swap came around, what happened was that both lanes on the side of Team Secret was actually lacking. So they had lacked out on the AD side as well as their top, so-called top bruiser. And that's what happened. So what happened was the only lane that went on par was the mid lane. And that's why Jaeyoung was able to, roam around, be able to gank, and be able to dish out a lot of damage. So that's pretty much the game that we just saw, a very fast game. And this was the final score of it. Now, what do you think? Will KL Hunters be able to push their way all the way through to the grand finals and represent Malaysia in the end? I mean, they are the only team out of the 8 teams here that play League of Legends professionally. Will all this extra training, their presence in GPL, their presence in scrims with other teams from around the region prove to be enough? Or will there be an underdog that will come out from the losers bracket and beat out KL Hunters? We also do see that Orange Esports game is currently going on now with the winner from CO and Executed, and they will be meeting KL Hunters. The winner of that will be meeting KL Hunters in the winners final, and then the winner of that will go on to the grand final. That will be at 5 p.m. So if you currently are joining us, we will be taking a short break for about 15 minutes or so while we get ready for the next match. Now, next match will be of the losers bracket, and I am not sure of which match that will actually be. So, if you guys have any recommendations of which match you would like to actually see, do let us know, and we'll try to figure it out for you. As well as I will come back with an analysis of the development of which champions have been most picked, most banned throughout this tournament. Previously, for the first round, we saw that Zyra and Graves being used in 3 games out of the 4. So yeah, we're going to move into a short commercial break shortly, actually now, and I'll see you back soon. This is Justin, also known as Sang Sido, and we'll see you shortly.
take a hold of what belongs to me. It's time to walk away with no apologies. Voices in the mirror start quietly. Now the screaming black and take a hold of what belongs to me. It's time to walk away with no apologies. Voices in the mirror start quietly. Now the screaming black and in my head I've all begun to say. Sure as hell humbled by your listening.